Hello! I think most of you know me, but for anyone who doesn't, my name is Anna and I'm the Children and Families Worker at St John's Church. And lots of you know me from when I come into your classes as well with RE Inspired. Today we are going to be thinking about Advent. And to begin with, we're going to hear something that's been happening with a couple of puppets. So let's go to them now.
James, what are you doing? Are you still playing on that Xbox? You're going to get square eyes. Come and tell me about your week. Hi, Grandma. Do you really think my eyes might turn square? Cool. James, I really do think you spend too much time staring at that screen. Now, why don't you tell me what you've been doing with yourself all week? Nothing much, really, Grandma. Isn't your school preparing for the visit of the king? He must be coming soon. Oh yes, we are. I'm getting rather bored with it all. We seem to have been getting ready for ages. So what have you been doing? We've been painting pictures to decorate our classroom. I got a bit bored with that, so I decided to paint something a little bit more interesting. Like what, James? The floor? What do you mean, the floor? I thought that when important people come to visit, you normally put down a red carpet. I knew we didn't have a red carpet at school, so I painted a nice long stripe of red paint right down the middle of the classroom, so that when the king visits, he can walk on it. What did Miss Smith think about that? Well, she didn't see it until I'd finished. And the funny thing was that she went the same colour as the paint and ran out of the classroom. Can I ask what sort of paint you were using? Oil paint, Grandma. Oh, poor Miss Smith. Well, what else have you been doing to prepare? In cookery, we've been making special sweets for him to eat. What sort of sweets? Peppermint creams, orange creams, chili creams, lemon... Did I hear you right, James? Chili creams? I've never heard of those before. Their own invention. That will give the king a new taste sensation, won't it, Grandma? I suppose it will. I don't expect Miss Smith knows about those, does she? No, she left us to make them ourselves. And I found the chili powder in the cupboard. I think maybe someone left it behind after the last cookery class. So, apart from painting and cooking, have you been doing anything else to prepare, James? Oh yes, Grandma, loads of things. In fact, all rather boring things like writing stories, writing poems, making models. I'm fed up with it all, Grandma. But it will have all been worth it when the king eventually arrives, won't it, James? Oh yes, Grandma, it will be a wonderful day, because Miss Smith says that he's going to shake each one of us by the hand and speak to us. I'm practicing my poshest voice. Good morning, Your Royal Highness. What a pleasure it is for your humble servant, James Augustus Horace Wilfrid William Henry Beaumont, to meet you. Hang on a minute. What's all this with the names? Those aren't all your names. I know, Grandma, but I want to impress him. And then I shall take a bow. I'm so excited about that, Grandma. And then, as a class, we're all going to have our photo taken with him. And then we're going to sit down together to eat... Don't tell me your chili cream. Yes, Grandma. And we'll have a chance to show him our work. Yes, I'm looking forward to him coming, even though we seem to have waited for ages. What day is he coming, James? One Saturday. We all have to be at school by 9 o'clock in the morning, as he's arriving at 9:30. Miss Smith thinks that we'll be home again by lunchtime. How wonderful. Oh, look at the time. Do excuse me, James, as I must go to put on the television. In a few minutes' time, it is England-Scotland rugby match, and I have been looking forward to watching it. This day is etched on my memory. Saturday, February the 16th. Did you say Saturday, February 16th, Grandma? Yes, James, I did. Why? Saturday, February 60th is the day the King is coming. Grandma, what time is it? It's 5 to 2, James. You have been watching television and playing on your Xbox all morning. Are you sure it's today the King is coming? Yes, Grandma, it was today, and I've missed it. Oh, why wasn't I ready?
Oh dear, they missed the arrival of the King because there were so many other distractions. Well, before we think about that a little bit more, I wonder whether any of you actually know what the word Advent means. Why don't you turn to the person next to you and see if you can come up with an idea about what it might mean? Have you got some ideas? Advent actually means coming or arrival. But another question for you then, what, or a little clue, who might be coming? Chat to the person next to you again and see if you've got any ideas. Did you decide? Did anyone say Christmas? If you did, then I'm afraid to say that is not correct. Well, Christmas is coming, but at Advent, it's not the arrival of Christmas that we remember, but the arrival of Jesus. At Christmas, Christians remember and celebrate the time long, long ago when Jesus was born. And Advent itself is a time of preparation. It's a time to get ready because Jesus did come to earth that very first Christmas. But Christians also believe that he will come back again another day. And so Advent is a time when Christians think about getting ready for the arrival of King Jesus. And getting ready is important, isn't it? Does anyone's adult at home start cleaning the house or ask you to tidy your room if they know that someone's coming to visit? We all do it, don't we? And in the same way, Christians believe that Advent is a time when we can get ready for Jesus. One way to get ready is to get to know him, to get to know Jesus. And Christians believe that you can do that by reading the Bible or thinking about how you live, the things that you do, and reflecting on whether you're living as God would like you to. Our puppet knew the exact day when the King was coming to visit, and even then was still distracted by other things. The Bible tells us that we don't know the exact day when Jesus will come back again. No one knows. But it does tell us to watch and, most importantly, be ready. So I wonder what you will do to be ready this Advent. For Christians, it's not just about being ready for Christmas by buying and wrapping presents or decorating the tree, but being ready to celebrate Jesus coming into our world. I wonder whether maybe you could do something, either at school in your class or at home, to remind you during Advent of the true meaning of Christmas for Christians. I'm going to finish by saying a prayer. You don't have to pray if you don't want to, but if everyone closes their eyes, then we won't distract others who might like to pray. So let's just close our eyes for a moment and be quiet. Dear God, thank you for the time of Advent when we get ready for Jesus. Thank you for all the celebrations that take place at Christmas. When we get busy with all the preparations, help us to remember that you are the real reason we celebrate. Amen. Excellent. Well, I hope that's helped you today learn a little bit about what Christians believe about Advent and Christmas. And maybe I'll see you at a Christmas event sometime during Advent or sometime in December. See you soon.